here today. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna start seated. Close your eyes. That's awesome. Take a few deep inhales and exhales through the nose. So I've had a few different people this week, close friends of mine, for various reasons, you know, say similar things, and that always clicks in my head as a message from the universe. And they're each in their own way saying, basically, to not mince words, like, my life is falling apart and everybody else seems like they have their stuff together, right? Or I didn't expect to be starting over at this age, or you get it, fill in the blank, right? So we have these expectations and these stories that we tell ourselves, and they're really powerful. And sometimes they're true, but often they're not true. And I always am reminded of this quote: we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. So it's whatever the lens is that we're looking at things from, sometimes it's clouded, sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's light. And when we can change the lens, then we can change the world, right? So bring your arms all the way up and over your head. Keep your eyes closed, interlace your fingers, and press your palms up to the sky. So really on the mat, we have this opportunity to change our lens, right? The lens with which we see the world. Float your right hand down, open your eyes, and just let your left arm reach over your ear. Maybe slide that right hand out a little more as you look up to the sky. And then there's this understanding that everything that's happening to us is all part of our path. It's all part of our journey. Not a deviation off the path, right arm up. It's part of it. Left hand down, looking up to the sky. And then inhale, reach the left arm up. We're gonna walk forward, let the fingers reach forward, let the head come down. And even tense your fingers and just walk them over to the right. Let's access that left spine. Okay, we're getting into the back of the ribs. And then walk the fingers, tented fingers to center, and then continue walking them over to the left. And then come back to center, roll over onto your hands and knees. And let's just arch and round the spine a couple times. Find your cat cow. Right. Chest lift. Exhale, we're gonna round. So first we have to figure out, what is my lens today? And we're extraordinarily repetitive creatures. So we have about 60,000 thoughts a day, and 98% of them are the same as yesterday. Right? So these stories are really powerful, and they repeat. They're on repeat over and over again. Same story. So if we want to change the plot line, if we want to change the lens, it really requires active noticing first, being mindful of the stories we tell ourselves. So using the body is a powerful way to do that. Notice as you move through your practice today, what are the stories you tell yourself? Come back to neutral spine, right arm forward, left leg back. Was teaching a similar class yesterday morning. Exhale, curl and round, so knee to elbow. Inhale, straighten the arm, straighten the leg. Exhale, squeeze it in. Obviously, you can keep the hand down if it's too much. Inhale, reach the arm forward, leg back, flex the foot. Good, squeeze it in. 2 more. And a little later in the class, we were moving through our practice and there was a difficult transition. And one of the students is saying, I can't do this as she's doing it, right? So it's like the stories that we tell ourselves that aren't true. Reach the arm forward, leg back, and then we're going to bend the left knee. And I said, you're literally proving your story false right now. Maybe the hand can grab the foot. If it can't, you're just going to reach it towards the foot. You can use a strap, kick the leg up, flex the foot, lift the chest. And we're going to release that out and we'll switch sides. So the mind is an extraordinarily powerful thing. Left arm forward, right leg back, and being able to notice the stories, notice the lens is a gift. Knee in, elbow in. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, we're going to round and squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. 2 more. Inhale, long. Exhale, squeeze it in. Good. And again, last one. And exhale, round. Good. We're going to get nice and long. We're going to bend that right knee. Maybe sweep the left hand behind to grab the foot where it hovers. Lift the chest, look forward, heart opens, good. 2 more breaths here. And then release the hands and the knee. We're gonna inhale, arch the spine, and as you exhale, curl and round and find your downward dog. So press back into the feet, lift the knees, spread through the fingers. Soften the shoulders, let the heels draw down. What are the preconceptions? What are the stories we brought with us on the mat today? And then ask yourself that question. Are they true? Are they serving me? Is this serving me? Is this creating a lens to look at the world that is not serving me? Right leg's gonna lift nice and high, inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee, draw it to the nose, just like we did on hands and knees. So hover it there. Inhale, kick the leg back up. Exhale, knee back to the nose, curl it in, hold it here, skip what you need to, of course. Inhale it back, 1 more time. Good, 3rd time, knee to the nose. Step the foot in between your hands and drop your back knee all the way to the mat. Good, inhale, arms are gonna reach all the way up. Soften the shoulders, soften into the front knee, breathe here. As you exhale, let's set the left hand down gently inside the right foot. Float that right arm up to the sky. Come into a soft twist. Sometimes our stories, often they're filled with judgment and expectation about what we should be able to accomplish, what we should be able to do. What if we just soften that a little bit? Top hand comes down. We're going to float to a 3-legged dog. So curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, float your leg up. Good. Perhaps stack it. So bend your knees, stack the hip, press into the hands, and then wrap the shoulders forward. Yes, good, Caitlin. And then bring your hips back and step that foot down into downward dog, and we'll switch. So left leg's gonna lift, inhale here. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, round through and hold it. Inhale, leg back. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale it back. Exhale, knee draws to the nose, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee. Good. Inhale, float those arms all the way up. Good. As you exhale, you're gonna set the right hand down inside the left foot. You're gonna float the left arm up to the sky. The top hand comes down, float it back to a three-legged dog. Lift that left leg, maybe stack the hip here. And then bring your focus into your hands for a moment, your shoulders. Good, Fred. Beautiful. Hips come back, step that foot down. And we're gonna hop, step to float the feet up to the hands. Good. Inhale, we'll find our flat back here. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Ground into the feet. Let's roll it up. One vertebrae at a time. Stacking one on top of the neck. On top of the neck. Good. Arms are gonna reach all the way around and up. Exhale, let's forward fold to Namaskar A. Inhale, find your flat back here. Exhale, float you through your plank. Chaturanga. Just watch your wrist, Pam. Like your hands out like that. Is that on purpose? Okay. Come on back, downward dog. 5 breaths. I know you have wrist stuff, so. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, knees bend, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back here. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold, let the head go. Good, inhale, bring the arms all the way around and up. Good, exhale, hands back to the heart. And again, inhale the arms around and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back here. Exhale, move through your plank, chaturanga, or skip up. Noticing the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves, right? Coming back, downward dog. Right leg's gonna lift, inhale. Knees gonna come to the nose, round here. Inhale it back. And then exhale, knee back to the nose, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee all the way to the mat. Inhale those arms all the way up, soften your shoulders. And then as you exhale, let's thread the hands behind us, interlace them, roll the shoulder blades together, look up to the sky. Wrapping the left hip forward and the right hip back. If it's available, you're gonna squeeze the left buttocks, curl those toes under, and pop the back knee off. Good. From here, we're gonna float the left arm forward and the right arm back. Looking over your back shoulder. Sometimes we have to look behind us to see how far we've come. Sometimes we step back to go forward. That journey, that path is not a straight line. All part of it. Step, turn the left hand down, float the right arm up to the sky. Good. Gaze up to the sky, reach those right fingers up. As you exhale, right hand comes down. As you inhale, we're going to find our way to plank pose. Exhale, move through chaturanga or skip it. Beautiful side. Inhale, high cobra, lift the chest. Exhale it back, downward dog. Okay, left leg's gonna lift. Inhale. Exhale, knee drops to the nose. We're gonna round forward and hold it here. Good. Step the foot in between the, I don't remember if I did 2 or 1 on the side. All right, we're gonna do 1. Back knee drop, arms reach up, sorry. Like, soften the shoulders. Beautiful, Caitlin. Interlace those hands, opposite threading of the hands now. Roll your shoulder blades towards each other. Lift, so bring the arms behind your back if you can. Yeah. Navel draws to spine, squeeze the right buttock, press into the left foot, lift the back knee if it's an option. Beautiful. Good. Right arm's gonna reach forward, left arm's gonna reach back. Follow that left hand behind you. Look over that shoulder. Back leg's working towards straightening, Pam, if you can. Good. Palms are facing the windows. And then we're gonna float that right hand down inside the left foot. We're gonna let that left arm come up to the sky. Twist, knee moves in towards your midline. So we notice it, right? We come into familiar poses and we have familiar spots. Oh, this is where XYZ hurts. This is where I can't do this part. We have all of that. Very habitual. Top hand comes down, moving through your vinyasa if you'd like. But we have control over the lens through which we see the world, right? We don't see things as they are, we see things as we are. Right. On your next inhale, we're gonna come high on the toes. As you exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, we're gonna find our flat back here. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Inhale, sit into Katasana. Press into the heels, soften the shoulders. Just make sure your feet are parallel to each other. Yeah. Good. Back into the heels. And as you exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Inhale, find that flat back. Exhale, flows you through your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rolls you back downward dog. Breathe. Let's plant the left foot, step the right foot forward. Warrior 1, arms reach up. Good, softening into the right knee. Good, Ruthie. And exhale, float those hands all the way to the mat. Inhale brings us to our plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, brings you back, downward dog. Let's plant the right foot, step the left foot forward, warrior 1. Arms reach up to the sky, soften the shoulders, bend into that front knee. Good. 2 more breaths here. And exhale, float those hands down to the mat. Inhale, step to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale it back. 5 breaths. right, next inhale, we'll come high on those toes. Next exhale, bend the knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back here. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Inhale, sit into your chair, Utkatasana, ground into your heels. Imagine you've got that little chair behind you. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Softening into the body, inhale, flat back. Those harsh stories we tell ourselves, let's quiet that mind. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, back, turn it down. We're gonna plant and ground the left foot and step the right foot forward. Warrior one, inhale the arms up. Good. As you exhale, we're gonna windmill it open to warrior two. So front heel lines up with back heel or arch. Good, softening into the knee. As you inhale, turn your palms up. Let's reverse that warrior. So stay bent into your front knee. Good, good, Bruce. Make sure you're bending into the front knee. And then bring your right forearm to your right thigh and let your left arm reach up to the sky. So start with the lift. Let's do some circles with that arm. Circle that left arm all the way around and back up. Full movement in the rotator cuff, right? That ball and socket joint, getting that full action. And then after a couple, let it float over the ear if that feels comfortable for you. Breathing here. Good. Left hand's gonna come down, back heel lift. Right arm's gonna reach up to the sky. We're gonna find that twist. And then from here, you're gonna see if you want a side plank. So coming to the pinky toe edge of that back foot, maybe you're stacking the legs. Maybe you're gonna keep the left knee down for this one. You decide. Good, Pam, nice. Good, Caitlin, beautiful, Fed. We're gonna meet in downward dog, so you decide your path to get there. It does not have to be a straight line. It does not have to be the normal way. It's all part of it. A lot of those stories we tell ourselves circle around, what are we getting from point A to point B, right? The straight line, checking boxes. What about all that time in between? What about that wiggling off into a windy road? It's all part of it. Plant the right foot, step the left foot forward, warrior one, inhale the arms up. Bending into the front knee. With your exhale, we're gonna open to warrior two. Front heel lines up with back heel or arch. Arms are nice and strong. Let's access our reverse warrior now. So we stay nice and bend into the left knee as we tip it back into the right leg. Beautiful. And then let that left forearm come to the left thigh. Right arm's gonna reach up. We've got those circles now, circling the right arm all the way around and up. A few times, just loosening up, utilizing the full range of motion in our ball and socket joint. Pretty amazing. And then maybe float it all the way over the ear, looking up to the sky. Let's let that right hand come down inside the left foot. Let's lift off your back heel, inside arm up to the sky. We're twisting. And then you can decide from here if there's a side plank in your path today. There is no one way. Think about the lens through which you're seeing this practice today. Perhaps soften, let it be what it is. It's all here for a reason. Hands, feet, we're gonna lower through chaturanga or skip it. Right? If we're feeling wobbly today, something's just not clicking, that's okay, that's all part of it. Allow yourself to see that lens differently. You're here to know that information for some reason. Meet it with compassion instead of judgment. Inhale, we're gonna come high on the toes. Exhale, you're gonna bend the knees, hop step, float the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back here. Exhale, we will forward fold. Good. Inhale, sit into your chair again. Katasana. Back in those heels, arms reach up. And then the hands are gonna come behind the back, interlace them, roll the shoulder blades together. All right. So let's bring all our focus into the right leg and start to lift the left foot. It's gonna come behind us into a lunge. Reach the arms back, keep the belly strong, keep the chest lifted, soften into the right knee and work towards straightening the back leg. So your torso is gonna stay vertical, but you're gonna uninterlace the hands, left arm forward, right arm back. Looking over that back arm. So even though we may be reaching forward, sometimes we take steps back on our path, but they're not really back. It's all part of it. And then left elbow is gonna hook outside right knee. Right hand is gonna meet left hand for prayer. If you need less here, you can always drop the back knee down to the mat. Good, top elbow is gonna point up to the sky, good. Okay, so as fun as it was to step the left foot back, we're gonna step it back forward. We're gonna be in twisted Utkatasana. Yep. So notice your left elbow outside your right knee. If you can, you're gonna try to lift the right leg this time. So ground into the left foot, lift the right knee up, elbow stays on the knee. This is the part where my student was saying, I can't do this, as she was doing it. Left hand comes to the knee, right arm reaches behind. Maybe you're gonna grab the outside of the foot and straighten the leg, that's up to you. So, as you exhale, bring your gaze forward, you're gonna bring the right foot into the left thigh. Let's find our tree pose. Rounding into that standing leg. Maybe arms can reach up to the sky. Maybe that ankle's talking to you a little bit. We're strengthening the ankle right now. Look at it through that lens. You're strengthening your ankle. Right knee draws forward and step the feet together, hands to the heart. Okay, good news is we got two of everything. So that means we get to do the second side. Sit into your chair, please. And then we're gonna bring the arms behind the back. Let's try the alternate threading of the hands. So make sure you do the weird way. Roll your shoulder blades, lift the chest. So lift your chest a little bit more, Pam, and sit back. Like imagine you're trying to get into a chair behind you. The heels, yeah, that's better, good. All right, so all the focus is now gonna come into that left leg. The right foot's gonna lift. We're gonna slowly transition our way back into our lunge. Okay. Once you're here, this really becomes a back bend. So navel is drawing in, chest is lifting, back knee is working towards straightening. And then we unclasp the hands. Right arm is forward, left arm is back, torso is nice and vertical. You okay, Fred? Yeah. All right. Gotta check in on you, sorry. And then right elbow is gonna come outside left knee, and hands are gonna meet as you gaze up to the sky. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Okay, super fun. We get to step that right foot back up to meet the left with Katasana. And then bring your focus into the right foot and we'll start to lift that left knee up. Elbow. Notice if you engage your abdominals, how much easier it is. The hip flexors help us. Once we're up, right hand to the outside of the knee, left arm behind, or straight leg. There, Caitlin. Looking over that back shoulder. And bring your gaze forward and we'll transition into that tree. Left foot into right thigh. Hands come to the heart if you're ready. Arms can reach up. Noticing the story. Just notice it. That's the key. That's the power of mindfulness, is the awareness of the story. And we can debunk it. Draw the knee forward, step the feet together, sit back in your Katasana. Inhale. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Inhale, nice flat back here. Exhale, you decide how you get back to downward dog. Moving through your vinyasa if you'd like. Beautiful. Good. Perfect with the shoulders over the wrist. Find your way back. Let's plant that left foot, step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Inhale the arms up. Good. As you exhale, we're going to open it to warrior two. Windmill it open. As you inhale, start in your reverse warrior. So hinge back, stay bent into that front knee, yes. And then we're gonna actually straighten that front knee. So it'll become reverse triangle all the way back. Let that left hand, no, I'm doing the opposite side. Let the right hand slide. I don't know what I'm doing. You guys know what I'm talking about. The back hand slides down the back leg. There we go. And then we're gonna come into triangle. So hands to the hip, drop your right hip, lift your left, float the right hand down, left arm up. I remember doing my training 17 years ago, and they were talking about the idea of mirroring. So you're supposed to do the opposite side as your student. And I was like, there's no way I can, I will not be able to keep that straight. The story I told myself, I think it's a true one though, because I'm challenged in that area. Okay, from here, we're gonna float into half moon. So bend into the right knee, set the right fingertips down, lift that left leg, left arm up. Yeah. So move your lifted leg forward a little, Pam. It's kind of coming out behind you. So if you can move it towards the window, just a touch. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, top hand's gonna come down. We're gonna be in our standing split. Shake out the head. Hips are lined up with each other. Beautiful. Nice, Pam. Okay, so what we're gonna do is transition through a warrior three, and then the lifted leg ankle is gonna come to the standing leg thigh. So we're gonna sit into that ankle to knee Utkatasana, right? So one hand, maybe the other comes to the heart. We're gonna transition our way through, bend the standing knee, bring the ankle across and sit into it. Getting into those hips a little bit. So you decide from here, hands can come down all the way if you want. Breathe into those hips. Good. So it's so easy to look out at everyone else and think everyone else has got it figured out. I'm a train wreck, right? But that's just the lens. That's just the lens we're looking through. That's not real. Okay, so that wrapped front leg, you're gonna float it behind you and step it back into a lunge. Good. Left hand down, right arm up to the sky. Once again, if you want to play with your side plank, please feel free to go for it. Good. If you want to add anything, variation of any kind. And we're going to meet in downward dog. Good. Okay, let's do that second side. So plant the right foot, step the left foot forward. Warrior one, inhale the arms up. As you exhale, we're gonna windmill them open to warrior two. And then turn those palms up, we'll reverse the warrior. So stay bent into your front knee as you hinge all the way back. And then we're gonna straighten that front leg and slide that back hand down the back leg. Really soften into your reverse triangle. So you can, you're gonna straighten that front leg side. Yeah. And then we'll make our way into triangle from here. So hands come to the hip, we'll drop the left hip, we'll lift the right. Continue, float the left hand down the leg. Right arm up to the sky. Good. Yeah, there you go. And then we're going to bend back into that left knee and float the left hand to the floor in front of the foot. And we will come into half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Stacking your hips, reaching the arm up to the sky. Good. Beautiful. Finding that lightness, softening into any of that harsh criticism, that story, that repetitive cycle. Top hand comes down. We're going to be in our standing split. Shake out the head. Letting your head hang. Good. Okay, we're going to move through our warrior three now. So maybe it's one or both hands come to prayer as you pivot your way up and swing the lifted leg ankle around to the standing leg thigh. We will sit into it. Let your head go. Maybe hands can come all the way down to the block or to the floor. Maybe the knee bends. There you are. Maybe your hips feel tighter than yesterday. That's okay. That's all part of the journey. We know that, right? We know our body feels different all the time. And we can accept and appreciate whatever it's offering us today. What if we could create that lens in the rest of our lives? Be a pretty powerful thing. Unwrap the leg, step it behind you. You're gonna be in that long lunge, right hand down, left arm up for the twist. Other hand down, Fred. Okay. And then if you want your side plank, take it. That's okay. That's part of your journey today. And we will meet in our downward dog. Right. Okay, so I got one more kind of round of this. Just a little addition. So plant the left foot, step the right foot forward. We're gonna find warrior one. Inhale here. Let's exhale, windmill and open warrior two. And now we're gonna come right into reverse triangles, lift back, and then exhale, we're gonna float right into Ardha Chandrasana. So option here, you can bend the knee like we did earlier and see if you can grab the foot. If grabbing doesn't work, just reach the hand back towards it. And then if you're grabbing, you're gonna try to kick the foot into the hand. So this is allowing for a dancer's half moon. Options from here to come right up into dancers. If you want to do that, bring your hand to the inside of the foot and start your way up. If you do not, you're going to release the foot, come back into your standing split, and then do what we did before. So hands to prayer, come on up, and then bend the knee and find dancers. Right? Either one of those works. You decide, press into the big toe side of the foot. And then we're gonna step it back to a high lunge, arms up. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm up. Been here before. I lied. Second to last plank. So if you want it, you're gonna come, and if you wanna play with your dancers here, you're gonna bring the hand to the ankle and kick the foot back, right? The key here is to press into that bottom foot, the grounded foot, getting into the big toe side. Good, go Fred. And come back around, we'll meet in downward dog. Okay, that was fun, right? Second side. Yay, we have two of everything. It's a good thing, right? That's our lens. So plant the right foot, step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, it's warrior two. Inhale, right into that reverse Trikonasana. Exhale, floats us into Ardha Chandrasana. From here, we get to decide if you want to bend the knee. If it's not able, if you can't grab the foot, no worries. Just activate the glutes and lift the chest. If you can grab the foot, then give it a try. And if you think you're going to come up to dancers, then grab it from the inside of the foot. So this here. When you're ready, if you're ready, you're either coming up into your dancer's pose or moving through that standing split. Beautiful, Caitlin. Yeah, good, nice, man. And then we're gonna step back into our high lunge. Good, and then right hand down, left arm up. Good. Side plank if you want it. You're gonna bend that top knee and see if there's a dancers or not, right? Doesn't matter whether you get into your dancer side plank today or not. Doesn't really matter at all. Good, bud. And let's meet in downward dog. All right, we're gonna roll forward to plank and then lower all the way onto the belly. We're getting into the spine big time today. Hands are gonna stay right underneath your shoulders. Chin's gonna tuck into your chest. We'll come up for the first one, Shalabhasana. So lift your leg and then lift your chest and chin away and maybe hands hover and let your shoulder blades wrap towards each other and your navel drop in. Good. Big toes come towards each other, squeeze, yeah. Lower all of that down. And we're gonna bend those knees and grab the feet with the hands. For Dhanurasana, double dancers. So we've done this in side plank, we've done this in hands and knees, we've done this in dancer's pose, and now here we are on our bellies. So chin tucks into the chest, let the legs lift first, keeping the knees tight together if you can, and then the chest lifts. Beautiful, Caitlin. Nice, hand. Kicking the feet up. Gorgeous. And release it all. Just sway the feet from, or the knees from side to side, like windshield wipers. Bring your right ear to the mat for a couple breaths. And then bring the left ear to the mat. Okay, and then come into a wide-legged child pose. So knees are the edges of the mat. Big toes come towards touching, head comes down, arms reach forward. Okay, we're gonna make our way to downward dog. And then the right leg's gonna lift, inhale. Knee draws to the nose, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee all the way to the mat. Good, left hand grounds, bend your left knee, sweep the hand around. Maybe this time we're trying to bring the heel in, so we're stretching the quads, the hip flexors. If you have more, you can always come onto your elbow. Good, we're gonna release that foot. We're gonna walk the right foot across towards the left side of your mat. Coming into your pigeon pose. And breathe here. So often a lot of those stories we tell ourselves, they live here in the body and the hips and the spine. We have the power to change that lens, to rewrite the plot. And then let's make our way back to downward dog, shaking out that right leg. And put that right foot down. We're gonna lift the left leg, inhale. Bend the knee, draw to the nose, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee to the mat, so Anjaneyasana. And then we're gonna walk the left foot out towards the left edge of your mat. Keep the right hand down, bend the right knee, see if that hand can grab the foot. If you're looking for more, you can always come on to that forearm. Getting rid of whatever we're holding on to in the quads, the hip flexors. Breathing here. And release that foot out, walk that left foot across towards the right wrist. And fold over. Three more breaths on the side. And then you're going to make your way back to downward dog, shaking out that left leg. And let's make our way through to seated. And once you're here, you're just going to bend your knees and plant your feet and continue the journey onto your back. We're going to do one final back bend of your choice. So if you want something a little more restorative, because we did a lot of back bending, feel free to pop a block underneath your spine. If there's something else you want to work on instead, that's fine too, to finish your practice. Or perhaps bridge or Urvda. Yeah. I'm like watching this whole process go down. Yeah. I'm with you. Exactly. And begin to lower down. Well, take your time if you're still coming up. Good, Fred. So much for dizzy. Pretty impressive. Draw your knees into your chest and let them float over to the right. Arms coming to T, head to the left. And then draw your knees back to center and over to the other side and change your gaze. Draw your knees back. Slowly lower your legs down to the floor. Arms by your side, eyes closed. As you settle in, let go of the body. We used it as a valuable practice. We're noticing the stories that we tell ourselves. We're exploring the lens through which we look at our practice. Now we have that same opportunity in the thoughts. One at a time, noticing the cyclical nature of the story. Ask yourself if it's true, if it's of service, if it's the lens through which you'd like to see the world. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And inhale your arms all the way up and over your head. And stretch. And then draw your knees into your chest. And slowly make your way onto your right side. And then find your way up to a comfortable seated position and bring your hands to your heart and close your eyes. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me today. It is my honor and pleasure to guide you always. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you, Bruce. Bye, Rena.
Good.
See you later.
Allison.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Hi.